Hi there. Today I'll be cutting some Logans so that we'll have some fruit for dessert after lunch or dinner. You know, it's the summer and the weather is getting really hot lately, and it's undeniable that we really need to eat a lot of fruits or other types of refreshments to keep us cool during the summer. Yeah, I don't know, but I desperately want summer to end and winter to come. That's just me. Alright, so I'm just gonna cut the Logans, and if we want to eat them, we will put them in the fridge so that it will stay cool for the rest of the day. And we can eat them for a lot of other meals as well. Well, if you watch my latest video, you'll definitely know that this morning was the first day back to school. We don't learn much, but it's just a day to get to know each other, because you know that like whenever the school year actually starts, we will have a couple of days to talk, interact, and meet new friends, especially our new teachers for the upcoming year. It's actually really fun and exciting, since this morning we talked a lot on a lot of the important procedures, and my teacher, she also announced some important rules inside the class. She's actually pretty kind, and I really admired her, speaking skill. And because that high school is a lot different, much more different than primary or secondary school, learning is going to be more extensive, and especially because I study in a gifted high school. So our subject our main subject will be emphasized a lot, since my class is the English class. So we will spend the majority of our time to learn English, but that doesn't mean that we will neglect other subjects. We will still learn all of them equally to prepare for the major exam in 12th grade. But we're just gonna focus a little bit more on our main subject. And for me, whenever a school year starts, I usually spend a lot, not a lot of time, but some time to reflect on myself. Whenever the school year starts, I would have some time to set out goals I want to achieve for the new school year. The first thing I always do is self-reflection. So I would reflect on my past year. What have I done, what I haven't done, what I could have done, and also I would write out some of the things I want to achieve during the new school year. I would usually write about 10 things I want to achieve. Some are big goals, some are smaller ones, and some are easier to achieve, but some are a lot harder. But I haven't finished writing that yet. I have written around 3 goals already. One of them is to be fluent in Korean. As you know that being fluent in another language beside English would give you a lot of benefits. For example, my sister, she is really good at Chinese. I'm not that good. I know the basics. I know how to communicate, and I think that's my second goal too, to be able to communicate confidently with foreign speakers, or just, practice speaking with my sister. I sometimes practice speaking Chinese with her, but because my vocabularies are very limited, so I don't have much to say, and I cannot express some of my thoughts. So that's also one of my goals for the upcoming year. And come back to Korean, I feel sometimes I watch some movies or films, and it's really devastating to not know the language and have to constantly look at the subtitles. But if I actually know the language, then it will be easier for me to understand, and I can actually engage with the actors' stories a lot better. Yeah, so engaging is what I'm looking for. Of course, my current goals right now is not to prepare for the exams, the topic in Korean, as someone might mention, because I feel one of the goals one of the things that everyone wants to achieve when they learn any language is to be able to speak it. And that's my current goal right now. If in the future I change my plans and things change, I guess that I will probably prepare for that exam, but like currently I am just, looking at the textbooks, and my current goal right now is to be able to communicate in the language, which will probably take a lot of time being spent to learn that subject. But yeah, if I'm patient, I might achieve it. And one more thing, my school curriculum is really interesting because I learn at a gifted high school. So each class, we will have to learn another language beside English being the second language. And the school chooses for us, chooses Japanese as our third language, which was really surprising because at first I thought that we're going to learn either Korean or Chinese, but then it turns out to be Japanese. And Japanese has 3 types of alphabet if I'm not mistaken, which is a lot. But I guess that I'll just have to learn it with my friends from the very beginning. I'm not too stressed out about that since that's just a subject. But if I put in the effort, I can learn it, but it's a lot of hard work, I know. But right now, I'm nearly done with the Logans. I'm gonna put them in the fridge afterwards so that it'll be cooler. And I'll see you in another video. Bye.